Tales from Buddhist Suttas. Tanthul Nalis Jataka Regarding the Price of Rice. Don't let fools do your work. The Buddha, when residing in the Jetavana temple, he gave a speech to Fra Thera. So he preached this sermon. It has the beginning word, Kimakati Tanthulwacha, as follows. At that time, Venerable Dabba Malaputra became a monk of the Sangha. When Fra Thopamalaputra performed the Salikbhat, etc. early in the morning, sometimes the body came to Thera. Sometimes the food is bad. On the day I got bad food, Fra Thera then caused a stir in the lottery hall for the elders, saying that only Fra Thafa knew how to give the lottery or not. Don't we know? When Fra Uthayi caused chaos in the lottery shop, the monks gave lottery baskets with the words, "Come on, sir, give the lottery now." From the beginning, Fra Uthayi gave lots to the monks. That's when you give it. He doesn't know whether this is good food or bad food, or whether it is Patti set it up at that factory? Bad food set up at that factory? It is not specified that the account shows the amount in that factory. When the monks stood, draw a line on the floor or on the side of the lid, it is to be known that in this place the account in this order stood. In this place the account in this order stood. The next day, there were some less monks in the lottery, some more than others. When those monks were less than the scratches are low. When the monks were more than the scratches high. That Buddha, when you don't know the account number, so the lottery was drawn according to the mark. Then the monks said to the monk, "Look, Senior Uthayi, normally the scratches are either low or high. But the food is located at that factory. The bad food was located at that temple." Fra Uthayi, when responding to the monks, said, "If that's the case, then why is this mark located like this? How can we believe you? We believe according to this mark." Then the young monks and novices said to that Buddha, "Look, Senior Uthayi, when you give the lottery all the monks lost their fortunes. You are not worthy of giving lottery tickets. Get out of the lottery." Then he dragged him out of the lottery shop. At that time, there was a lot of chaos in the lottery shop. The Buddha heard this. So he asked Venerable Ananda, "Ananda, there was a lot of chaos in the lottery hall. What's that sound called?" The elder reported the matter to the Tathagata. The Buddha said that Ananda Uthayi caused the loss of others' fortunes. Because he is a fool not only now, even in the past it had been done as well. The elder made a request to the Lord Buddha, in order to make that matter clear. The Lord Buddha has made the events between worlds concealable to be revealed as follows. In the past, there was a king named Brahmadatta who lived in the city of Varanasi in the Kasi region. At that time, our bodhisattvas were the appraisal officials of that king Brahmadatta. The price of elephants and horses etc. was appraised, and gemstones and gold, etc. When the price is appraised, the appropriate value is given to the Buddha's owners. But the king was a greedy person. Because of being greedy, the king then thought like this price estimator, when the price is kept like this, it won't be long before the wealth in our palace will reach its end. We will appoint someone else. Become a price estimator. The king ordered the doors to be opened. His Majesty looked at the royal palace. He saw a village man who was both vain and foolish. Therefore, His Majesty thought, "This person may work as our price estimator." So she ordered him to be called and said, "Sir, you may work in the can we have a position as our price estimator?" The man said, "Ak Phaya." So the king appointed that fool in the work of the appraiser to preserve his wealth. Since then, that foolish man, when valuing elephants and horses, etc., said to estimate the price according to one's preference, lose the price because of his position. Whatever word he said, that word was the price. At that time a horse merchant brought 500 horses from the country of Uttarapatha. The king ordered the man to be appraised for the horse. The man set the price for 500 horses on one load of rice. So when he had appraised the price, he said, "Give the horse merchant a measure of rice. Then let the horse rest in the stable." The horse trader then went to the old appraiser's office. Tell that story and then ask, "What should we do now?" The old appraiser said, "You must give a bribe to that man. Then ask like this, all of our horses had the same price of rice as before. This is already known. But I would like to know the price of a single bag of rice. Because I depend on you, you will be able to stand in the king's palace and say, 'This rice grain is worth this price.' If he says, 'Yes,' you will take him to the king's palace." Even if we go there, the merchant accepted the Bodhisattva's words. Then he gave a bribe to the appraiser. Then tell the content. The appraiser, after receiving a bribe, said, "We will be able to appraise the price of a single grain of rice." The horse trader said, "Then let us go to the royal palace." Then he took the appraiser to the king's office. The Bodhisattva is good. There are many officials, even the others are good. We have gone together. Horse traders pay homage to the king, then asked, "I assume the gods, I learned that 500 horses were worth as much as one treasury of rice. But how much does one bowl of rice cost?" "I assume the gods, please ask the valuation officer." "My lord, the king does not know the situation." So he asked, "Dear appraiser, how much is 500 horses worth?" The price estimator said, "There is a price for one treasury of rice, my lord." The king asked, "Come on, sir, the horses were worth a treasury of rice a long time ago. But that one bowl of rice, how much does it cost?" That foolish man said, "One pan of rice, it's worth the city of Varanasi, both inside and outside, fire." It is said that in the past the foolish man followed the king. So the prices for all the horses were appraised, with a bowl of rice receiving bribes from the hands of merchants returning the price of Varanasi both inside and outside with that one measure of rice. At that time the city of Varanasi surrounded the region inside and outside with walls about 12 yojanas. This city of Varanasi was about 300 yojanas. That foolish man undervalued the city of Varanasi, both inside and outside, this huge with one measure of rice like this. The Bodhisattva heard this. When asked, he said this mantra, "How much does one pan of rice cost?" Franakan Varanasi, how much does it cost both inside and outside? One pan of rice, is it as expensive as 500 horses? All the officials heard this. So they clapped their hands, laughed, and mocked, saying, "In the past, we had the importance of the land and the throne are priceless," meaning the throne in Varanasi. Along with such a large king, it's worth only one pan of rice. Oh, the readiness of the valuation staff! You are an estimator. Where can there be this amount of existence forever? You are worthy of our king. At that time the king was ashamed. Dragged that foolish man away. Then the position of appraisal official was given to the Bodhisattva as usual. The Bodhisattva went according to his fate. The prophet, when he brought this sermon, he then proceeded to speak about two matters of succession. Then he had a meeting. The appraisal staff were foolish villagers at that time. Became Fra Laluthei at this time. The appraisal staff who were graduates at that time became me. End of commentary on Tanthul Nalis Jataka number 5. Atthakatha Ekanapad Jataka Apanakavaga Tanthul Nalis Jataka regarding the price of rice. Finished. Thank you to everyone who has listened to the story in this clip. Please help press like, share, press follow, press the bell to be notified, including going back and watching the clip again. It will be a blessing and an encouragement to the creators to the utmost. May happiness and prosperity be with you all every day, night, and time.